Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. In today's video we are going to be taking an early look at Studio Series number 70 B127 Bumblebee. Now before we start the review, I'm just going to tell you a few things that this review is going to be about Bumblebee. We're going to do some size comparisons and finally look at the bugs and transformation. So without further ado, let's take a look at how at some of the features Bumblebee has, which makes him better than most other Bumblebee figures. Now starting off here with his battle mask, I think that this looks pretty awesome and pretty cool that like you could just pose him on the shelf and he looks amazing with the battle mask. Although we never saw his Cybertonion version battle mask, we did see the Jeep Bumblebee version of the battle mask. Unfortunately, Studio Series 57, which is the Jeep version of Bumblebee, did not come with the battle mask, but apparently this head of B127 and the off-road Bumblebee, the Jeep version, is actually compatible, and I'll show you later on in the review how to change the heads and make it look even better. Now, taking a look at the arms, they are on a ball joint and everything. Right here, the arms where the elbow is, they can bend and everything. They're nice, and they can go up to more than 90 degrees to bend. Right here, they can go like a full 360. But I think this part of the back is kind of restricting it. The other arm is pretty amazing. It's the same thing as the first arm, except that this one is actually more compatible with Bumblebee's blaster. And taking a look at Bumblebee's blaster, right here we can see that it looks amazing. Looks how it does in the film. And if you do have Studio Series 38 Optimus Prime, you can create this whole Cybertonian scene. And if you do collect other Transformer toys like the Siege, Kingdom, and the Siege, Kingdom, and Earthrise War for Cybertron toys, I think you can also make some other characters with those toys that look like the Bumblebee movie characters. Only a few, but not all of them. Now, taking a look at the legs, I think the legs are amazing. Unlike the legs of Cliffjumper, which is this version of Bumblebee is the exact same mold as Studio Series 64 Cliffjumper. It is the exact same mold, except that it does come with Bumblebee's head, and the body parts are repainted in yellow. So now, one thing I do like about the legs that is better than the original Cliffjumper figure is that the legs do not deattach. Like they are very sturdy, and then the Cliffjumper figure just kept deattaching and everything was just terrible. It kept collapsing on the Cliffjumper figure, and which Cliffjumper was my least favorite of Wave 10. And I will also be doing a wave what's it called, wave 12 ranking video that includes B127, Dino, and Starscream. I will be doing that review. Taking a look at the legs right here, I think they're amazing and everything. They're nice, replicate how he does look in the film. All the paint applications applied to this Bumblebee figure do match his on-screen appearance. Now, taking a look at the arms, the arms are amazing. They look nice and everything. Even the small little details and molding is pretty nice. And taking a look at the final side of Bumblebee, here we have the back part, which I am not really much of a fan of. He is more of a shell former and not a regular transformer. And also, since he is the same mold as Cliffjumper, the transformation is incorrect, as this piece should be the front of the car, but unfortunately it is not, as this piece is now the front of the car. Okay, so now let's take a look at some let's take a look at the size comparisons between B127, Off-Road Bumblebee, and Cliffjumper, and I will also be bringing in some more figures as well for a better size comparison. And now bringing in Studio Series 57 Deluxe Class Off-Road Bumblebee, we can see that the size is completely accurate. We can see that the head, I will go over how to switch the heads and everything. The sculpt work of the arms and his little gun right there, the little cannon, is the exact same. If we look at the arms, we can check the little holes right here, which and the molding. And then if you take a look at this arm of the Off-Road Bumblebee, it is the exact same mold and looks amazing. Personally, I think that they are reusing some of the molds of like some previous figures, but I believe it looks better. If it's the same character, I do get it. But if they use it for a different character, like if they use a mold for Hot Rod and then they gave it to Bumblebee, like they did with the World War II version of Hot Rod and Bumblebee, that is just a complete disappointment. I really wish that they got new molds and stuff like that. But if it's the same figure, I'm fine with it. Okay, so now I will demonstrate how to change the head of B127 in Off-Road Bumblebee. So the first thing you're going to have to do is simply lift B127 Bumblebee's head up, then simply pop it off on this little ball joint it is on. Just simply pop it off, put this head to the side for now. Then you're going to do the exact same process to this head and just pop it off right there. And now they are completely headless. Now taking a look right here, the heads are nearly roughly about the same size. They have the same molding on the joint right here. And now let's switch the heads. So simply what you're gonna have to do to put Off-Road Bumblebee's head on B127 Bumblebee is just simply slide it in there, pop the head down. And personally, I think this looks amazing. This looks totally movie accurate, and I personally would have it on the shelf like this, but unfortunately I would not, because this version of Bumblebee, the paint application is shaded in a darker shade of yellow, and this one is shaded in a more stronger, lighter shade of yellow. And now doing the same process to Off-Road Bumblebee, we can put B127's head on Bumblebee right here. Just simply pop it in right there, and personally I think that looks amazing. How it blends in, I think that looks amazing. And even if you want a more accurate on-screen appearance, just put B127 to the side for now. You could get Off-Road Bumblebee and Blitzing here, as if they were gonna fight in the canyon battle in the beginning of the Bumblebee movie. And with this battle mask, it looks amazing. How these two figures together look better than before. So without further ado, let's switch the heads back on to the regular. And I actually did calculate that Off-Road Bumblebee can transform finally with this battle mask on. If you didn't want to take off the battle mask off Off-Road Bumblebee or B127, actually they transform nicely. It isn't in the way if you switch heads or anything. So I recommend switching heads if you want. So now we're just gonna do the whole process in reverse. So simply just pop it off right there, and after that just pop it in right there, and then do the same exact process to this side. Okay, so that is just how I wanted to show you how the heads are compatible, and also Cliffjumper's head is actually also compatible with both of these figures. Studio Series 64 Cliffjumper to be exact. Now, without further ado, let me bring over a Cliffjumper and another figure for a size comparison. Now, taking a look at Cliffjumper, we can see that the whole molding thingy that I was mentioning earlier is they have the exact same mold except for the heads. So with just a quick little view, we can see the chest is the same. The chest is the same here. The only difference is the paint applications and the head sculpt and everything. The bottom is the same. The legs are the same. And as I said, the joints right here in Cliffjumper are flimsy and everything. That is personally why I don't like Cliffjumper, and he is just easy to deattach. And Bumblebee is more tightened. All the joints are better than Cliffjumper. I'm not so sure if that was just my Cliffjumper or if that is on all Cliffjumpers, because I was watching a review of Cliffjumper, and the YouTuber did say that he did have the same problem with that. It is flimsy and everything and whatnot. So I'm not so sure. If somebody could tell me if their Cliffjumper joints are flimsy or tight, please do tell me in the comment section down below. If it's just my Cliffjumper mold, or it is or all Cliffjumpers are like that. So without further ado, let me do another size comparison with Studio Series 74 Deluxe Class Bumblebee. Now, personally, I think that this looks good of how scaling the Bumblebee movie, his solo movie, his just his own movie appearance, his Cybertonian appearance, to the Revenge of the Fallen Bumblebee appearance, and I think it scales nicely at looking at both of these figures left and right. Personally, I think that this looks amazing of how this version of Bumblebee and this version of Bumblebee do look like. And now one more size comparison. I am bringing the next Studio Series figure right after Bumblebee, Studio Series 71 Dino. I just brought him in just to show you Dino and everything. That I am going to be doing a review about Dino and tell you guys that there is one little problem about Dino, but other than that, it is good a figure. So I believe that this scales nicely toward the Bumblebee universe and the Dark of the Moon universe. Personally, I think that I feel like B127 Bumblebee should be at least a little bit bigger, but other than that, this figure is just amazing of how he looks like. So without further ado, let's take a look at his packaging. Starting off here with his packaging, and personally, this packaging is amazing. I didn't even expect for this packaging to look how it does look like. So taking a look at Bumblebee's CGI render model, we can see that it looks amazing with his battle mask on, with his eyes lit and everything. It looks like he's running toward you. Like if it wasn't 3D, it looks like he's running toward you, ready to take on the Decepticons. Right here is the same CGI render, but just zoomed in on his face right here. Right here we can see the nice number 70 and the Studio Series title right there. And right here we can see some product shots of Bumblebee in his robot form and in his car form. His iconic movie scene is when Cybertron falls and when Optimus Prime does send them to go to Earth and establish a base. So right here it says so right here for the what's it called, this description of the figure. As the Decepticons take Cybertron, Optimus Prime finds Autobot scout B127 and sends him on a mission to establish a base on a well-hidden planet called Earth. So in the movie, Optimus Prime does send Bumblebee, which is actually B127 at that time, to Earth and to establish a base when Cybertron was falling. And now taking a look at the final part of the box, we can see the same CGI render model right here, but the full CGI right here with Bumblebee, and we can even see his feet and everything, the nice Autobot logo. And his backdrop is the exact same backdrop we do get for Cliff Jumper and Bumblebee movie's Starscream. So without further ado, I will show you the backdrop. Taking a look at the backdrop, we can see that it is the scene where Cybertron falls. Personally, I do not really recognize this scene that much. I did watch the movie recently, but I think that it is when I believe in the movie the Seekers are on this building shooting down on the Autobots, and RC RC Ironhide, Wheeljack, Ratchet, and Cliff Jumper and Brawn, and I think that's it. Some of the Autobots were shooting on the Decepticons from these little posts right here, like they were using these as protection. And to recreate that iconic movie scene, you can make Bumblebee pose in many ways, where he does look like he is in that scene. And personally, I think that this looks cool, but I would personally keep the backdrop inside the box for safekeeping, and just have the figures out on the shelf. So without further ado, let's take a look. Let's transform Bumblebee, and then after that, we will conclude the video. Right before the transformation segment, there is one thing I need to point out, is that these photo shots of Bumblebee, if you did buy this figure on Hasbro Pulse or on Target, or anywhere, I don't know if you do remember that the product shots of displaying this figure did not look like this, but more looked like this. It like the product shots online did not show this figure like this version, like this painted Bumblebee, but it showed this version and not like this. So that is just one thing I wanted to point out, and also that it is there is some dark shaded blackness in it, and then right here it is not black, and it's just like transparent pieces of plastic also. So that is one thing I just wanted to point out. So without further ado, let's start our transformation process. So bringing in Bumblebee, one thing about the transformation is that he transforms the same way as Studio Series 64 Cliffjumper. So if you did see my Just transformation video, it can apply to both B127 and Cliffjumper. So without further ado, let's get to the transformation. So if you do have his weapon attached, I recommend you deattach it, as it will serve no purpose on the hand whatsoever, and it'll serve a purpose somewhere else. So then now, simply get his head, just pop it up like this, make sure it looks like he got punched up in the face like that. Then after that, this segment right here, just simply deattach it right here, deattach this segment right here, and then unfold that piece. Then these parts that look like the front headlights of the car, just fold them inside like that. After that, I do recommend getting the arms and extending them out like this. And then the following step is that you do deattach this back part and then unfold the arms somewhat like this. And now you're beginning to see the form of the back part of the car. Then after that, you're gonna have to fold the head back like so. And then after that, get this piece right here and then just fold it up like that. And this piece right here down here, just simply pop it down and everything, and make sure everything does click and fits in. Just make sure everything does peg into the slots and everything. So if it can't peg in right now, just simply leave it for now. After that, you're gonna some of the work is gonna be applied to the legs. So simply this little tab right here, you're just gonna have to tab it up, that little tab right there. Then simply put his foot up. Then do the same process to this side. Just tab that little piece up, fold the foot up like that. And then after that, these door pieces, you're gonna have to swing them back like that. Then the wheel right here, you're gonna have to unfold like this, and then bring it down somewhat like this. So then make sure that that it does clip in right here. It clips in right there. Make sure it does click in to both the door and the front headlights. So then you're gonna do the exact same process to this side. So without further ado, just do the same thing you did with the wheel and the wheel holder. Hold on a second. Just do the same process. I'm not so sure if Hasbro did engineer this figure to be right, like the molding and everything, but personally, I think that they could have done a way better job with this figure. Okay, so now you have both sides done. Simply, there is a slot right here and a tab, so you're just simply gonna push it in right there. So pop it inside right there, and do the same process to that side. You're just gonna push it in right there and there. Make sure all the pieces are clicked and everything. Then you're gonna have to click both of the feet together like that, like so. And then you're beginning to see the car mode already. So then this piece, you're just gonna have to straighten that out and everything. Straighten that out. Make sure that this folds down, and make sure that this does clip in, as there are little tabs right here and slots right there. You're just gonna have to push down inside here. Just gonna have to push it down in there. And then just make sure everything is pegged in and everything. And then after that, get the arms, fold them somewhat like this to make them look like that. And then just pop them inside right there. Just pop them inside. There are little tabs on the arms right here, so just put them under this part of the chest and everything. So just do that. And then now this the little gun, it has his purpose inside the vehicle, which is it is going to tab inside these little slots right there. Just gonna tab inside right there, and now you have Studio Series 70 Bumblebee complete and ready in his Cybertonion car mode. And now taking a look at the car form, personally, I think that the car form looks amazing. How it captures his on-screen appearance and can turn and everything to your sole desire. It can drive if you want to make the whole Cybertonian scene where Bumblebee comes. You although I think you would add special effects where he does drive in like that, shooting down I believe some of the seekers and everything in the film, but Personally, I like his car form and his robot form. And right here is where B127's gun does store it inside. So, without further ado, let's do a comparison of the vehicle form of Bumblebee and Cliffjumper. And taking a look at the car form of Cliffjumper and Bumblebee, we can see that they are the exact same mold of the front, and the back, and everything. Even they do have the same spike in the middle right there and is actually a tab for the backpack area and everything. The wheels are the same mold and everything. Personally, I think that both of these figures look nice. But I would keep Cliffjumper more in his robot form, and Bumblebee I would keep him in his car form here and there, but mostly in the robot form to create some iconic movie scenes and everything. So without further ado, let's get cracking and what's it called? Transforming B127 back into his robot form. So the first thing you're gonna have to do is simply detach his little gun accessory right here. Put it to the side for now. After that, detach the legs from the backpack. First, put up the arms like that. Put up the arms, then detach the legs from the backpack area. Just detach them like that. After that, you're gonna have to unfold the legs like so. And then these little tabs are here. Just fold them down like that. Do the same process to this side. Then after that, what's it called? Put this chest plate down. Make sure that the arms are raised up before you put it down. And then now this piece right here, just simply detach it and like so. And then his head, just bring it up like that. The transformation untransformation is pretty simple and everything. Although how I'm doing it, you could do it in a different way if you want, or if you don't. But you can do it this way or a different way. So without okay, so now let's put the backpack in like that. Then after that, this piece right here, just try to untab it right here. But before that, make sure that these pieces are inside and everything. Make sure that they are tabbed and everything. Make sure you do the unfold the doors. Just unfold the doors like that. Put them down. Just put them the other side this way down. Just put them this way. And then you're gonna see that there is a little tab and slot. I recommend putting it inside there, but unfortunately it's just gonna keep tabbing out. So yeah, just do the exact same process to the other side. Just fold in the wheels and this wheel holder thingy right here. You're gonna have to flip it around like that. Tab it in. Try to tab it in. Put the head like this, and after that, unfold this piece right here and then just tab it inside right there until this tabs, and make sure everything on the back and in the front is tapped in correctly. And after that, adjust the arms to make them correct, and then there you have B127 in his robot form and his car form, now complete. So personally, what I think about B127 is that this figure is amazing. He is near enough accurate. Oh, and one other thing is that his little weapon accessory, just simply pop it on this hand. On the other hand, I don't recommend because it doesn't really look that great. But now B127 is now complete. Now for a full 360 turn, we can see some of the features are amazing on B127 Bumblebee, and personally I would keep him in his robot form, and I think that this figure looks amazing. If you do have more Bumblebee movie figures, you can do size comparisons to other Bumblebee movie figures such as Studio Series number 59 Shatter. I do recommend doing size comparison with Shatter, or if you did pick up 72 Starscream, you can also do a size comparison as well, and a whole scene right there as well. But taking an early look at my next one of my next reviews of Studio Series we have Studio Series Starscream in his robot form. Now, in one of our next reviews, I will be doing a review about Starscream and bring in B127 and do some more on Starscream. So that about wraps up my Transformers Studio Series Bumblebee review. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, tell me in the comment section down below. In our next video, we might be doing a video about Studio Series 72 Starscream, another G1 Transformer character, or even Dino, or another Transformers Studio Series figure, or even an update video, or any other Transformers Studio Series video. Until my next review, I will see you at my next review. Till then, I'll see you there. Oops. So that about concludes my video. Thank you for watching and everything. Until my next review, I will see you then. Goodbye.